Okay, trauma. A lot of people think PTSD is a military thing. It isn't. It is not. It's not. PTSD. I think anybody who was around Northern Ireland, or Ireland itself, as a whole, between 1971 to 1997, has PTSD. You can have mass PTSD. Trauma is is when a incident happens and it scars you. I am a firm believer, and it's something this 7 years journey of going through. Why did I turn out like I did? And it's if we say, let's say we say you're 10 years old and you're traumatised. Well, till you deal with this, that's where you stay. It stops the growth. Because we have physical growth and we have mental growth. And I believe we also have spiritual growth. I had a family relative come and visit me. And as he kicked off, I suddenly saw this 10-year-old jumping up and down inside my head. Jumping up and down, shouting, "I hurt, I hurt." I've actually had to face the 13-year-old me. And I'd convinced myself of two things. I should die painfully as slowly as possible, but I'd also let myself down. That's who I was actually running away. I wasn't running away from the world. I was running away from myself and that 13-year-old Kevin. Trauma does an extreme amount of stuff. So if we haven't been taught, which I don't believe many people in our society have been taught about trauma. When I went into therapy, one of the first things he asked me was I ever allowed to be angry at home? I literally fell off the chair laughing, because I wasn't. Because the anger at my mum's home had traumatised her. So she represented arguments, anger, and all these natural, anger's a natural emotion. She recognised it as a bad thing. If you have been abused, you have every right to be angry. Anger is only bad when you turn it onto you inside or onto others. It's a natural human emotion. And my generation, because I'm in my 50s, we were taught not to be that. By people who were taught by that. That whole stiffer upper lip. It's a curse. And it was brought about by the elite ruling system to oppress people. I'm not going to get political in these, but it's facing the trauma and walking your way through in a healthy manner. In your car, if you own a car, or any car or engine, there's a filter, and this filters out all the rubbish. The issue you probably have got, I lay money on it, you're dealing with it in a logical way. So you have this illogical thing coming against a logical thing, and it just keeps bouncing. So you need a filter to filter all the rubbish out. I use art, poetry, I do blogs, I do all this sort of stuff, and it filters it all out. And you need to get rid of that. You need to find a place where you can be angry and be okay. You know, you have every right to be angry. If you were abused, physically, mentally, spirit, or anything, you have a right to be angry. And it is that. I believe depression and addiction is suppressed anger. We push our anger down, and this is why men go off and kill themselves. And it's a situation we're not allowed to be. we've suddenly got, for us men, we've suddenly got all these emotions allowed us, and we don't know what to do. When I got free from the drugs and medication, that's when things got wild. That's what I've been dealing with. I came off the medication finally last. That was 2014. Those first 3 years were mad. And so it's about embracing. It's about acknowledging, first, the trauma. And then going through the traumatic experience and dealing with it. And then I believe the forgiveness comes in. Because it's not your fault. I'll say that again. It's not your fault at all. I used to be involved with a group. If you're in Plymouth or in a neighbouring area and you're 18 and plus and male and have been abused, Operation Emotion. Operation Emotion. Everybody in it. Everybody came through it. You know, but if I wasn't there, we're trying to do this logical thing. If only, if only, if only. I sat in this room and one of the lads turned around, and I'll never forget this, and he sat there and went, he was bigger than me. And I watched everybody going, processing that. An abuser doesn't go for the strong. He or she goes for the weak. They find their home, and then they get in it. They're like a little worm that gets in there and burrows away. And it burrows away into that. And it is about that. So, if you've enjoyed this, let me know. Got some feedback, let me know. And just be peaceful. Have a peaceful day. Goodbye.